what guarantees bad luck when it crosses your path? This gun in my hand.
Indomitable hero by virtue of the fact that he carries the gun, Falk Zildjian walks down the sidewalk. You can take it from there.
Whoa, Bill, what's the rush?
I'm late for an appointment. Can you start with this commercial and transition to the main storyline?
Sure. Let's see. I'm walking down the sidewalk when suddenly a black cat crosses my path. But not just any black cat. This is a superhero known as Black Cat. A sensuous, womanly superhero who makes her living as a cat burglar. But not too sensuous or womanly because she's not human. She's an actual cat. And this isn't that kind of show. Good afternoon. I'm just out on patrol. What have you been up to? Well, I guess I'll be on my way. Say, I thought you were quitting the chicken bones. No, I don't have a lighter. Why would you light them? Smoking them? Oh, you want to put them in a wood-burning smoker so you can eat smoked chicken bones. Okay, that makes sense. I prefer matches anyway. That way, if I decide to commit a crime or if I get kidnapped, investigators could find my book of matches somewhere and follow the clues back to me. They could either rescue me or avenge my death. Or bring me to justice. You told me last week you were going to quit chicken bones. You know they're bad for cats. Because I shouldn't have to explain this again. The thin chicken bones are sharp and when you bite through a thicker bone, it can break into shards. They can get turned around and prevent your jaw from closing. Like in that movie. I forget what it's... The one where the hero puts a bone in the monster's mouth. Never mind. You've got to stop. You know that, right? Listen to me. Right now. You can hear my voice. You know that you've got to stop. It's dangerous if you keep doing this. It could kill you. I don't care how good it tastes or how it soothes your nerves. You know it's bad for you. Are you going to quit? Good. You need to have a plan to quit. What's your plan? Switching to turkey isn't any better. It's still poultry and... Oh, cold turkey. That's good to hear. I just hope you really do it this time. Anyway, I better be heading out. Somewhere along the sidewalk, the main story for this episode is waiting for me. You too. What's going on? Stop. What are you doing?
One of these people drew a pistol during an argument. A karate chop from someone else dislodged the weapon. It fell to the sidewalk and 5 of us have been scrambling and grabbing for it ever since.
Someone usually comes out on top after a few seconds. How long have you been at it?
3 hours now. The reason it continues is that we're not sure how the scene is supposed to be resolved. We're waiting on script pages.
All right. Well, don't let me get in your way.
Actually, I have a few questions for you, Mr. Zildjian, if you have time. My name is Lana Krang. I'm a reporter for the Daily Parabellum.
Lana Krang? You're a reporter and you don't have an alliterative name?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm used to hearing journalists named Lotus Lange or Brenda Barr or Lotta Lonely Hearts.
Those are the ones who stick around for more than one appearance in the series. I won't be back after this.
Of course, that makes sense. But before I answer your questions, Miss
Krang.
Don't you want to jump back into the scrum and try to grab the gun?
No, they can keep it up without me. I'll watch for the delivery boy to arrive with the new pages. Meanwhile, I'm doing a feature story on little-known criminals and crime fighters in Parabellum City's history. I can't find much background on them, and I thought you might know more.
Sure, I can help. Who did you want to ask about?
I've heard rumors of a crime fighter named Wordplay. Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah, he wasn't around very long, though. There's only one criminal he ever stopped, as far as I know.
Go on.
Well, Wordplay was one of these guys who was more obsessed with puns and superhero gimmicks than he was with actually fighting crime. In fact, he tried to make a pun out of his name, Wordplay. He would give theatrical performances consisting of a single word, a play that was only 1 word long.
How would that work?
For example, there was his performance of God. That was the whole thing. I guess I'm performing the play by repeating the word. Or his more critically acclaimed second outing, Shoot. And of course his most controversial performance, Damn. Or who can forget his epic, Oh! As you might imagine, it did not catch on.
You said he caught a criminal once?
Right. His nemesis was called One Pun. This was a villain who had enjoyed humorous poems or limericks, but he was a little confused. He thought the fact that they rhymed was the funny part. So he would put together two syllables that rhyme with each other, like one pun. It made him laugh. He didn't understand why no one else laughed.
Was he a robber or a murderer?
One Pun never really committed crimes. What happened was he and Wordplay would get together and argue over each other's names and shticks. But effectively they were just workshopping each other. I heard them arguing one time on a street corner and stuck around because I thought somebody might get hurt. But I wandered off after 5 minutes. It started off with one pun.
I'm back, Jack.
That's not a pun.
Sure it is. You saying it's not good?
I'm not judging whether it's good or bad. I'm saying it's just a rhyme. It's not a pun.
Oh, it's just a rhyme, huh? Well, you're not playing with words very good either. How about your one-word, one-man play? Damn!
All right, yes, that was lambasted by the critics, but I feel that...
Or was Wordplay the criminal and One Pun the crime fighter? Neither one of them got to the point of committing crimes or fighting crimes, except they canceled each other out, which prevented the crimes that one of them might have committed otherwise.
This is good stuff. What can you tell me about a pulp hero called the Bystabber?
Let me get back to you in just a minute. I need to do another word from our sponsor.
Sure, no problem.
You said you were going to quit eating chicken bones. I'm not buying you a carton. Please, for your own sake, Cat, you have got to quit. I thought after everything you went through it would motivate you to quit. You call that nothing? All the scans and tests and doctor visits? Weekly chemotherapy sessions and daily radiation for 7 weeks? Surgery to install a port and a feeding tube in your stomach? No solid food for months? The nausea, the thick mucus you couldn't stand to swallow? Losing your sense of taste? The medical bills? Gradually building up to eat solid food again over months? Then follow-up tests to make sure they got it all out? The doctor told you if you keep eating chicken bones during treatment, it reduces the effectiveness of their treatments and increases the chances that you'll have the same problem in the future, only worse. Do you want that? Even if you don't mind dying, think of how much pain you might be in if it takes you a long time to die. All right, then are you going to make a commitment to quit? Now, I really don't think quitting cold turkey is likely to work. It might help if you gradually reduce the number of bones you eat. Try 1 pack of chicken bones this week, then half a pack next week, then keep reducing until it's just 1 bone per day. And I really think you should write it down so you're tracking your progress. You have to make a plan and stick to it. Otherwise, you'll just keep saying, I'm going to cut down next week, and you never do. All right, I'm glad to hear that. Who are you talking about, Miss Krang?
You were going to tell me about the Bystabber.
Oh, yeah. Not much to say about him, really. I think he's supposed to be a bystander who stabs people, and then he says bye. I don't know. You come across these once in a while. A villain who just doesn't understand the assignment when they're making up a name. But he's good at stabbing people, so he still has to be stopped.
What about that journalist who started murdering people in gruesome ways?
Yeah, the film critic who called himself Milieu. Totally unrelated to motion pictures, but he disposes of his victims by grinding them to pieces in his windmill. If you get on his bad side, he'll mill you.
Is that a French word? Is he from France?
No, he's from Tuscaloosa. There's a law requiring film critics to use French words no one else knows. At least he could make a pun out of that one. Before that, he was going to call himself mise en scène.
Can you tell me about the Humor Children?
A sad story. A comic strip about a couple of mischievous brats playing tricks on their mother or anyone else they come in contact with. They quickly launched a radio show and some short films. After the film stopped, the child actors made appearances at grocery store grand openings or county fairs. Pretty soon they turned to a life of crime.
Is there a joke, a pun coming?
No, that's it.
And there was a burglar who got caught breaking into the Natural History Museum. Called himself Sarcophagi?
They just don't put any planning into it sometimes. He could have dressed up as a mummy or an ancient Egyptian priest. Maybe he could raise an undead army. Nope. No costume, no powers or gimmicks. He just came up with the name Sarcophagi and figured that was enough.
In an episode of your radio show, I heard you talking about a Sabbath guy. Can you tell me about him?
I got it wrong. Technically, that one's called the Shabbos Goy. He works as muscle for hire. If you need someone worked over on a day that your religion forbids you to work, He's your goy, or guy.
Good goy or bad goy?
Whichever side pays more at the time.
I only have one more on my list. Can you comment on the news about the Disemboweler? You encountered him in episodes 58 and 89.
If you already listened to those episodes, you know as much as I do. What's the news about him?
He did a heel-face turn. He's a crime fighter now. To make up for all the harm he did as a villain, he's become a gastroenterological surgeon. He helps people who have been disemboweled.
His new hero name is gastroenterological surgeon?
No. I guess when you're treating someone who's been disemboweled, most of the work is just trying to pack it all back in there. His first choice for a new name was the colon packer, but there was some confusion as to the meaning, so his new name is the Reembowler.
Yeah, no, I hadn't heard about it. Glad to hear anytime somebody goes straight. You can never tell how long it might last, though.
That was the last name on my list. I'm not sure I have enough to write a full story. I might put these notes in my bits file and forget about them until I run out of better ideas.
I could tell you about another guy I ran across last week. When I got to the top of the stairs in his apartment building, I remember... Don't try to use your flame powers on me, Burnout. I'm wearing an asbestos protective suit custom tailored for me by Castro.
Castro? Is that the second in command of that weird advocacy group for laid-off people continuing on their employer's health insurance?
The group is Cobra, and one of their leaders is called Castro, but I'm talking about the other Castro, faithful Filipino valet of the Emerald Ash Borer.
Oh, well, anyways, I don't have flame abilities. You can go 2 doors down and fight my neighbor if you want. The Smolderer.
Right. I saw the name tag over the door buzzer, but I misread it. I thought it said Solderer.
Nope. Smolderer. He's a real piece of work.
Why do they call you Burnout, then?
Can we do this some other time? I haven't been in the mood to steal or assault anybody for months.
All right, well, see that you keep it that way.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, obviously.
This might be the most awkward part about fighting crime.
Wrestling in a one-room apartment that's packed with furniture?
No, having superhuman empathy. Realizing that sometimes you have to help villains come around to being good guys. You can't shoot positive feelings into somebody. Unless, maybe I can talk to Castro about whipping up some kind of happy ammo.
So, how did it turn out? Did you drag him off to jail or talk him out of being a criminal?
No, I asked Castro to develop happy ammo and shot him till he was happy.
Oh, well that's great.
Unfortunately, you can feel happy and still be a bad person. His new lease on life is a life of crime. At least he's not burned out anymore. He hasn't settled on a new villain name yet. Castro said to report any unusual side effects from the happy ammo, so I'm keeping my eye on him. Excuse me again, I need to check in on the other, I am not buying you more chicken bones. I take it reducing didn't work? There are bone cessation products that some people find effective. Bouillon pills or Schmaltz brand patches. They're made of chicken fat, so they're supposed to fulfill your cravings. Oh, you tried those, but you just ended up eating the patches? Well, I don't know. Some people swear hypnosis works. You are getting very sleepy. You are becoming compliant. You will feel no compulsion to smoke chicken bones from this day forward. You may now wake up. How do you feel? Can I get you a chicken bone? Good. Wasn't sure if that would work. Now, if you can keep this up for a few... What is that? What is that you're chewing on right now? Is that... Don't give me that. You don't like gum. Where would you get chewing tobacco? That's a piece of chicken bone you were gnawing this whole time, weren't you? Well, I don't know how to help. Maybe other people are listening to this who have habits they know are harmful or deadly. Maybe some of them can take motivation knowing that we care about them. We don't want them to suffer or die from smoking. Chicken bones, or turkey bones, or anything else. On behalf of this gun in my hand and the Magnum Radio Network, we love you. What a day. It's been nothing but black cats and bad habits.
Who was that?
Some goofball who calls himself the Titleist. He sneaks into radio shows, and when it gets to the part of the script where someone's supposed to say the name of the episode, he steals their thunder by shouting it out.
I changed my name. It's not the Titleist anymore. It's Titular.
What's that supposed to mean? Titular is an adjective. The Titleist is more accurate to describe who you are.
Yeah, but this way I get a bunch of people to say titular. Black Cats and Bad Habits? Why is the title all about the commercials?
It covers the main storyline, too. I have to break my bad habit of answering questions for reporters. It's nothing but...
I'm sorry, Mr. Zildjian. You seem to be reminiscing or lost in thought for a moment.
No, I was interrupted by the misleading harpist. She's trying to hide behind that fire hydrant. Will you get out of here? Why don't you team up with the titleist and go make your own radio show?
His name is Titular.
I'm not saying that. Miss Krang, do you have enough for a full feature story now, including those last 2 clowns?
Yes, I think so.
Then why the long face?
It's just... writing for the newspaper was supposed to be my day job until my career as a novelist takes off. Now I'm 30. Doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Oh, I don't know how to fix that.
Me either. What did you do?
Happy ammo.
What's that? Am I... Oh, that is nice. Say, I feel wonderful.
You don't mind writing for the newspaper?
To hell with that. I'm turning to a life of crime. Whoopee!
I'll come after you, Krang, but first things first. Castro? Yeah, your happy ammo has some unexpected side effects.
Besides headaches, vomiting, and restless bowels?
Villainy, a desire to commit crime.
I'll add it to the warning label.
Black Cats and Bad Habits, episode 138 of This Gun in My Hand, was Rob Northrop crossing your path. This episode and all others are available on YouTube with automatically generated closed captions of dialogue. Visit thisguninmyhand.blogspot.com for credits, show notes, archives, and to buy my books, such as Sisyphus Eat Your Heart Out, available in paperback and ebook from Amazon. What contains several bits which can form a fragmentary story when used together? This Gun in My Hand.